I wouldn't say I was in a terrible state, but like anyone, we'd all put on a bit of extra timber that we didn't want to keep. I wouldn't say I was unfit. I still, I swim pretty much every day, but I wasn't doing much more than that. I just felt heavy, and I look in the mirror and I thought, nah, it's not really me. But it didn't depress me. I wasn't in a sorry state, but it annoyed me, because I've always been sort of there or thereabouts, and throughout my life. So when I get a few pounds over, it irritates me. It makes me feel a little bit more lethargic. You don't like to see yourself in the mirror when you're slightly over the weight you want to be, do you? I did a regime where I had to work out every day at 6:30, and after 6 months, not only wasn't I any fitter, I felt terrible. So I've tried a few things. I mean, I've been on the 5'2" since 2012, because that's just one small aspect of what you need to do here. These people are great in that hour, in that gym at that time, and they'll give you a routine to work out, but they don't know what you're eating, they don't know what you're drinking, they don't know how you feel, they don't understand your sleep patterns. I didn't want somebody who was high pressure or too pushy, or was going to, I wasn't ready to go on a shred, put it that way. I like the idea. I know this is the opposite of your question, but I like the idea of the 1%, because I know from my own personal and professional life, you can't make changes just like that. It's hard to suddenly make a change in your behavior in your life that you can sustain. And also, what I think is really important is I talk to people that had been through the program, and what they said to me was what I wanted to hear, which was just that, you're not going to get away with it, but you're also not going to dread on the call every week. He's not too intense, for one thing. A lot of these guys are like, they're a bit too intense. And I like a bit of fun as well. And Chris has got a great sense of humor. I like his enthusiasm and his drive, and he's got a good sense of humor, which for me is important, especially when you're trying to do something which is challenging and sometimes out of your comfort zone. With anything, take references, talk to people that have done it, and make sure it's what you want. And look at, you won't want me to say this, but look at several people and work out who is the right coach for you, because there are a lot of people doing this stuff, and most of them, I would say, are not as good as Chris. And I took a couple of his references. I went onto his LinkedIn and I just looked at people that clearly had been through the program, and because I think if you ask somebody for a reference, they'll point you to somebody that they know will give them a good reference. So I just picked off people that it looked like that they had done the program, and I just IM them. And a couple of them came back and had meetings like this and gave me the warts and all. So, and from that, I decided to go with Chris, and don't regret it. That's the great thing about the program, is that I can carry on doing those things. There are some things in there that I can just keep doing. So some of the additional exercises, the gym work, it's easy for me to continue that. My objective was to lose some weight in a sustainable way, and that's what I've done. So yeah, I feel good. I feel good about it. And again, I feel like it's not such a big change in my life that I worry about sustaining it. These are little things that actually I've been looking for. I've been looking for someone to say to me, "Don't eat that as a snack. Eat that," or why do you need to drink? So one thing I did do, I gave up alcohol during the week. And actually for the first couple of weeks, it was a struggle. But funnily enough, my wife also then gave up alcohol for the week, and she thanked me for it. So she thanks Chris for that. And I don't need to drink in the week, and I don't want to give up alcohol. I don't have an alcohol problem, but I don't need to drink in the week. So I drink on the weekends. And actually, probably I drink less at the weekends now than when I was drinking through the week as well. Thank you for making it a much more personal experience than I had expected it to be. And he obviously did a lot of work in between times thinking about, for example, like the sleep patterns, like flexibility, and researching, and so yeah, thanks. And also, I would say to him also, you've really got something here, so you should definitely stick at it, and I hope that you can go from strength to strength and make a really good living out of it.